Okay, hello everyone, welcome back. We are almost all the way through for the first season of Meditate With Me series, and I'm so happy for you. Thank you so much for tuning in and being here and showing up for yourself. So today is the second to last Meditate With Me series, season 1, and you're really almost done. Congratulations, and I'm so happy for you. So let's see, for the final week, in the end of the meditation, I will start sharing more about the context of why I do what I do. And if anyone wants to join, they can also ask me questions about the meditation or anything. For season 1, my timing is very spontaneous for the live stream. But if it happened to be you who came across this live stream when it's actually live, you're welcome to ask any questions about meditation, because I'll stay for longer just to start sharing more about, my meditation retreat, the one I just went when my memory is still fresh. That's what I plan to share today. But anyway, so for today's meditation, actually, I mentioned this earlier. There were some conditions that arose that I thought it would be a good idea to do a relationship meditation, because one of my clients is going through some tough relationship problems, and sometimes, it's always good to consult your intuition to see what's the best way for you, because you know yourself the best. I don't know you the best. I don't want to give unsolicited advice on what to do. I don't think it's responsible if I do that. But anyway, so today's meditation, we're gonna do a relationship meditation, and we'll see how that goes. Before we start, because today I had some technical difficulty, I also want to center myself to be in a grounded space before I start the guidance. Consider this a pre-game. We can all center around to ground ourselves together and turn inward. Just coming back. You know the difference between outside and inside. You can feel that, right? Our attention is always like seeking and outside and things, what's going on, whatever. But now it's time to, get back and turning inward to ourselves with this soothing sound. Just drop everything, whatever in your mind. You don't need to think about it now. Like my technical difficulty, done, solved. No need to think about it anymore. And come back just to here. Tuning into your body. How are you feeling today? How's your mental state? What are the bodily sensations you can feel? Can you feel your feet touching the ground? Or if you're like me, I'm sitting cross-legged on a chair. You feel the touch from your hips and the chair. Feel the texture and the heaviness. Center your attention back to your heart and inward. Okay, that was great. The pre-game worked. Now we're ready to do our guided meditation on relationships this time. Let's take a deep breath in together. And out. Another breath in. Out. And drop everything when you breathe out. One last breath in. Taking all the goodies from the universe, all the energy to support your meditation today. And out. Let all your worries, concerns, whatever it is that's on your mind, Let it out. You don't need them for this guided meditation. It's your sacred time for yourself. And don't forget, we always like to put a beautiful smile on your face to symbolize this is a very gentle and soft meditation. We are not here to thrive for the goal or anything, right? That's also craving. So we're very chill, gentle smile. And for the one last breath in together, we're going to breathe our eyes out. Don't forget your smile. That will help us soften the meditation. Great. This is our time, our modern sanctuary, our inner peace, our favorite place to be that's always available to us 24/7, whenever we remember. It's a date with ourselves. One breath in with your eyes closed. Scan your body when you breathe out, and tranquilizing your body, every part of your body. It's okay to relax. There's nothing for you to do or to concerned about. Just here, enjoy the time with yourself. Now, I will count from 10 to 1. We will turn our analyzer mind off little by little, gradually, to come back to our intuition that has a quiet voice but very wise. Okay? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are deep in a relaxation state with our analyzer mind shut down. We are enjoying this quietness, calmness, and peace. From this quiet stillness, your intuition is born. In every single moment, every single moment is a new moment, is a fresh start for a new life. Your intuition is growing stronger and stronger. It's guiding you through your life. How are you feeling now? Don't forget that beautiful smile on your face. You cannot do this wrong. Great. Feel the energy running through your body, really filling you up with so much energy and joy in this moment of peace. Check in with your feelings. Is it neutral? Is it excited? Is it sad? For this exercise, we want to be in a very neutral state. There's no right or wrong, good or bad, positive or negative. Let that all go. When you let everything go, your feelings, whether it's more on the right side or left side, doesn't matter. Let that go and come back to neutral. In this neutral state, you will have the best result, guided by your intuition for this relationship meditation. I'll give you a little moment to tune your neutrality gauge and let everything go. Doesn't matter where you are. Just let that go and come back to neutral. Great. Now we are at a neutral state, also called the alpha state, where you'll be able to concentrate on the guidance without any judgment or concerns. There's no concepts here. Nothing. We are at a neutral state. Now remind yourself, we always have the seniority in our energy. It can determine how we think about any situations and how we want our energy to be. We have the top priority. Our mind is most powerful. Feel that confidence in you. Feel that seniority. Feel your energy throughout your body in this calm, soothing, and peaceful neutral state. Now, think about a relationship that you're unsure. Maybe it has a decision that needs to be made. There are two ways that you can go about it, but you're not sure. Anything goes. Trust. Don't analyze. Just observe. See what arises. Anything goes. Whatever relationship came to mind, that's what you wanted at this moment, and that might be what you need that you were not aware before. Check in with yourself again. Make sure you're still in the neutral state. If the relationship causes tension in your mind or some excitement in your mind, whatever it is, drop it. No need to make stories or analyze anything. Just know there is a relationship and there's a decision that can be made. If it helps, pull yourself back, further and further away. Observe from a distance on the you that's in meditation. Just like observing a movie from afar. You are not attached to anything, not to this relationship, not to this decision, not even to this meditation. None of this is you. None of this is your story. You are watching from afar. It's just a movie. It's a fun and long movie that's personalized to you for your self-growth. Check in with yourself again. Adjust if needed. Observe afar at the neutral state. Wonderful. Now, I will count from 3 to 1 for each number 3 times. And you'll picture the number in your mind's eye. Just know it's there. No details needed for the numbers. Okay. Let's begin. 3, 3, 3. 2, 2, 2. 1, 1, 1. You're doing great. Now see 2 paths happening in front of you. Very beautiful. Equally beautiful. Appearing right in front of your eyes. You are neutral. Each path represents a decision in 2 ways that you're unsure which one is better. Just see them in front of you. Equally beautiful. Now, imagine there's a beautiful golden ball. It's a soft energy ball that just dropped from the sky into your hands. It has such healing power, and you feel so much love and warmth from it. We're going to use this energy ball to clear both paths. Now you're on the first path. That's one way of the decision. See the texture of the path, the color of it. How does it feel? Stay neutral. Observe from afar. No need to make up stories about it. Tuning inwards into your heart. See how you feel if you make the decision for this relationship in this way. Feel the gratitude towards this decision and start walking on this path, really tuning inward and listen to your intuition on how you feel about this path. Now, with the golden energy ball in your hand, slowly push it on this path. See it clearing the path, lightening it up, making everything warm and beautiful. You are surrounded by this loving energy. Observe, still walking on this path, enjoying this journey. See a screen appearing in front of you that plays another timeline in the parallel universe if you were to choose this path. Hold that beautiful smile on your face. Stay neutral, adjust if needed. Simply observe what's going on in that screen and see how you feel. I will allow you some moments to enjoy this personalized movie in a parallel universe. Just observe. Don't add any stories to it. You can always return back to your smile. If you feel any blockages in your body, use that energy ball to clear it. It's lighting you up. No need to worry. You're safe. It's just a movie in another universe. Doesn't affect you. You're only here to enjoy the plot. The end. The movie's over. You are sent back to the beginning of the path. The second path is waiting for you. You know the drill. That represents if you were to choose a different way for this decision. Feel the texture. Do you feel reluctant to walk? Or you can't wait? Remind yourself, you're just observing at a neutral state. Feel that energy ball in your hand and let it roll on the second path to light it up. It's glorious, warm, loving, and a beautiful path. Start walking on the path. Yep, just like that. How are you feeling about this path? What do you see? What do you hear? What do you sense? What's the color scheme? How's the temperature? How are you feeling walking on this path? Feel the gratitude towards this path if you will make decision this way. That's wonderful. I have seniority to make my own decisions and choose my own path. Isn't that wonderful? You can write your own stories however you want. And there's no risk. It's just a movie in a parallel universe. It's just like a dream. Enjoy the journey on the second path. Enjoy the walk. At the end of the path, there's a theater where a play is being performed based on the second path for your decision. It shows what would happen if you choose this path in a parallel universe. Enjoy the play. Find a comfortable seating with the best view. Remind yourself to stay neutral with that beautiful smile on your face. Just like what you do at a theater. And you don't even need to pay to see the best show ever from another universe. Doesn't affect you, doesn't hurt you. It's safe to stay neutral. With that smile on, I will allow you a few moments to simply observe this play. Remember, you still have the energy ball whenever you need it. If you feel any tension or tightness, any blockages in your body or mind, just use the energy ball to stay neutral and light everything up and heal. Enjoy the play. The end. Wow, that was such a good show, isn't it? I hope you enjoyed that show. Now, you're just sent back to the beginning of the two paths. Check in with your neutral state again. Don't forget that beautiful smile. And little did you know, suddenly, a third path just appeared in front of you, between those two paths, equally beautiful, just the same as the other two. What is it? It's an open-ended question for yourself. The energy ball is back. Use it to clear the third path in the middle. Everything is lighting up. So beautiful. You are walking on the third path. See what arises in your mind. What is this path that you never saw before? Wow, I didn't think of that. That might be even better. Or maybe worse. I don't know. Simply observe. What is this path? Feel the gratitude towards this path if you were to make a decision this way that you didn't think of before. Trust yourself. Everything goes. It's just a game. And enjoy the journey of this beautiful path. At the end of the path, now you see a door, a beautiful door. Don't worry about the details, just know it's there, waiting for you. That represents the third path if you were to make the decision that way that you didn't think of before. You're standing in front of the door, and I will count from 3 to 1. The door will open, and beyond the door, it's a parallel universe with your twin self waiting for you, living a life for that relationship if you were to choose the third path for that decision. Your twin self is happy and wise and enjoying their life. Just go greet them when the doors open and observe and say what they say. 3, 2, 1. The door is open. You can walk, jump, fly, or swim through the door to this parallel universe where your twin self is waiting for you and smiling at you. You give each other a hug. It's been a long time. I missed you. You understand each other the best. Feel the warm hug. No need to say anything. Feel surrounded by the love and the warmth without any conditions. Pure mutual understanding. Now your twin self says, "Come, you will see." Just follow their lead and see what happens and observe their life. I will give you some moments to hang out here with your twin self. Enjoy. Wow, wonderful. You are so grateful for your twin self for showing you all of this. Very, very grateful. You want to stay here longer, but you know it's time to say goodbye this time. And your twin self is always here, welcoming you whenever you need. The purpose is fulfilled for today, and it's time to say goodbye. You hugged each other and look at each other's eyes with so much love and mutual understanding. I see you, and I'll see you next time. When I count from 3 to 1, you will come back through the quantum door, back to the current reality. However you want. Fly, swim, walk, jump, dance, or crawl. Just make your way back. 3, 2, 1. You are back. That was quite a journey. You enjoyed all the movies, the play, and your twin self's company. Return back to your smile and the neutral state. Doesn't matter. And you have gained so much clarity and wisdom. You are very grateful for this relationship. Doesn't matter whether you want to allow it to last or let it go. It's all good. We are always grateful. Whatever decision you make, be grateful for that relationship, for teaching you all of these lessons and help you grow. When you're ready, you can come back to this reality and opening your eyes. And know that every day, in every way, you are getting better and better. Your intuition is always with you, guiding you, no matter what. You are safe and powerful. If you wish to sit longer in this peace and stillness, we'll be here for a little longer. Do what your heart desires. There's no right or wrong on breaking your sitting or not. It's all good. The sitting is not even yours, not even this meditation. Simply observe. If you are ready, let's take a deep breath together. Breathing in, know that you are breathing in. No need to manipulate it or control it. Breathing out, know you're breathing out. Breathing in long, know you're breathing in long. Breathing out long, know you're breathing out long. That's it. If you're ready, I invite you to open your eyes together. Slowly, only if you're ready. I don't think I'm that ready to open my eyes. This is really nice. Okay, anyway, but my legs are pretty numb because today I'm sitting cross-legged on the chair. That's why I feel I probably should break my sitting. Okay. By the way, I wrote a blog post about meditation posture clarification, which I also shared in the very first live stream, I believe. I'll drop a link. So I shared, there's a myth about the cross-legged. I had a period where I practiced it. And after, I still couldn't do lotus or whatever. But after that period, I did find it more comfortable to sit cross-legged on the chair for me. But usually I do that for short meditations, such as today, but it went longer than what I expected. I never know what to expect anyway. So my legs become pretty numb. And I usually just don't practice for cross-legged anymore. It's just whatever I feel is more comfortable. So I just need to stretch a little bit. I wonder if I can add a break here. Oh, wow, it's almost an hour. Guys, I'm hopeless. So I forgot to mention this again, but please set your own timer. If you need to go, you gotta go. Then you just gotta go, right? So I really do not know how long each meditation is, but my intention is after I'm done with the guidance. Why don't we do this? Okay, that brings me back more so I can feel this worldly world. Anyway, so I was saying after my guidance, usually I'll try to sit a bit longer, just in case some people want to sit longer and I just want to be a company. And for today, there's a special reason because this is our second to last live stream, and I cannot promise when will be a season 2. I do not know like everything. I just don't know anything, okay? But because this is the final week, I thought, I'll start talking more in the end, just like getting to know each other because it's the first season. And also because my live stream, the timing, some people ask me, do you have a set time? I'm so sorry, I don't. For season 1, at least, it's very spontaneous. I just want to see how it goes, if I like doing it. Because as I mentioned, I just love walking the walk. I don't want to teach anything that I don't even do or I don't practice. So I always prioritize myself. If I don't like doing this live stream, I'm not going to do it next time, right? So it's just like a test run. So it's very hard for people to know when I will be live. And I tried to set a time, and you can see it's upcoming because my schedule is all over the place. And I feel bad in case somebody saw that and they want to attend at that time, and sometimes it gets pushed last minute because have other things that I needed to do or whatever it is. So anyway, for the first season, because I do 3 times a week, so it's very difficult to fit my schedule to have a fixed time. I'm very sorry about that. But as I said, you can feel the group energy supporting you before or after the live stream. Anyway, like everybody who's going to join you later, you can still feel this, hopefully, this loving kindness bubble and supporting you. So yeah, just follow it offline is totally fine at your own schedule. And that's also what I said in the very first episode as well. But I do notice one drawback is if nobody shows up, I don't know what questions you have, and I cannot answer it. So you can always leave a comment though, and I welcome any feedback for potential season 2. So we'll see like what type of meditation you like, because this is targeted for beginners. So I want to give you a sampler about very different ones just to see what you like, what you don't, especially in daily lives for people who may not be ready to go to meditation retreat yet, because you need to take the vacation days off or whatever. Just to integrate this into your daily life to see tangible benefits already. That's what I wanted to do. So we'll see. But for today, I do want to talk about the meditation retreat. So since I sit longer and this live stream time can be longer, it has a higher chance for people to come across this if you want to ask a question. And for today, since it's the second to last episode, I want to share my experience of the meditation retreat I just went. Because some people ask me about it, there's too much to it. I'm just way too lazy to type. So I thought maybe I'll share at the live stream. Then the live stream window is also longer in case someone wants to join. Maybe I will just put it in the chat in case anyone joins. Give me a second. I just want to add in the chat, if people have questions, they can ask if they happen to see this while I talk about the meditation retreat. Experience at a recent meditation retreat. Feel free to ask any questions on retreat or meditation. Oh my God, this is crazy. I used exact all the characters. I have 0 character left. Okay. That's so cool. All right. So for meditation retreat, I don't know if you watched the one I shared about the 10-day meditation retreat. That's more typical because you need some long time to go very deep into your meditation to see tangible results. So usually meditation retreats are 10-day silent meditation retreats. I will drop a link if you're interested in that. But today, when my memory is still fresh, I wanted to share about the recent retreat I went with my husband. It's very short. It's at the Bhavana Society. It's a Brahmavihara retreat. For those of you who don't know what that is, I will also drop a link about that particular retreat. But Brahmavihara is in Buddhism. I feel Buddhism is really not a religion, and this is a really, really good teaching. Brahmaviharas are just basically some very good human qualities to cultivate because we don't have that by default, but we actually, it's our true nature. We pile on too many layers and we forget. But it's our true nature, the Brahmaviharas. There's 4. The first is metta. In Pali, is metta, not Facebook. It means loving kindness, METTA. A second one is compassion, which is karuna. So karuna in Pali is karuna, it's compassion. And the third one is, I learned it as translated as sympathetic joy or altruistic joy, which is mudita in Pali. And mudita means, as I mentioned, I don't know if those words mean anything to you, but it basically means the opposite of jealousy. That's my understanding. Like you are happy for other people's success, right? So you, as you can see, it's just the opposite. When cultivate that, jealousy fades away. It's just automatic. How can you be jealous? Seriously, like just so happy for other people's success or their happiness or whatever it is. And then the last one is equanimity, upeka in Pali. So equanimity is, I don't want to say calm because calm sounds so basic, but let's just say it's equanimity. Just use, this is the translation that we usually use. Let's just call it a peace. You know how loving kindness, compassion, and sympathetic joy, all these three, they are not sustainable, right? Like even equanimity. So you go into phases, and sometimes if you're so excited or loving and kind, and that's actually a lot of energy, if it lasts long, you can actually burn out from excitement or too much loving kindness. And like later on through practice, eventually it's really an equanimity state where, because you are burned out from those very positive states, then you are in equanimity. So basically, through my experience, through this practice of Brahmaviharas, you first start with cultivating them, because by default, daily life is difficult and we don't automatically have them, but eventually you're just cycling through them, your mind state. Can you imagine how great that would be? Like every day you're just cycling through, depending on the conditions, you're either in loving kindness or compassion or sympathetic joy or equanimity. It's so solid, right? That's just cycling through them, but because it's none of this is permanent, because you have to cycle through them, otherwise it's not sustainable. But anyway, I think that's more than what I wanted to say about the retreat, but it's just a very, very good retreat. This one I went is this one, and you always start with practicing metta, which is loving kindness. It's a very good deal because by practicing metta, it's an automatic process that it will lead to the 2, 3, and 4, the compassion, the joy, and the equanimity. It's an automatic process. You don't need to, now let me really try compassion. No, always just start with metta and it's automatic. Such a good package, so easy, just one thing to do and that's it. But anyway, I can share more about the metta practice because loving kindness meditation is my wheelhouse. It's what I do at the 10-day silent retreat every year. So ever since my very first retreat, it became my top 1 priority every year. And do you see? I don't know if you can see here. That's the poster I got from the retreat. It's also about loving kindness. I was deeply inspired at my very first retreat. They have this poster at the dining hall, and I just asked if I can also buy it. Then they shipped it to me, and since then I have it in my house. I moved twice, but I still have it. Anyway, so loving kindness is truly magical. So that's all I practice at the retreats, and it really is bearing fruit. It leads to so much happiness and calmness, however you want to call it. You can totally live a stress-free life. So that's about that. And the interesting thing about this short retreat is that's the first retreat my husband went with me, and it's also my first short retreat. I was so curious because usually maybe on the 3rd day I can go pretty deep or whatever. So I don't know how much a 3-day short retreat can do to the mind. And also my husband, I want to give you a little bit of context. he's not spiritual, and he's not a meditator at all, like very left brain oriented hardcore computer scientist. And so I hope you have a picture of that, like very logical thinking, that type of person, right? And yeah, we never really talk about the spirituality stuff I do, although I always share these things. But he doesn't meditate. He just supports me by buying these things to me because I do the work. He gets the benefits already. So anyway, he's super supportive of me, but he doesn't practice, like no prior experience at all. Okay. So I was so curious, would he be turned off by this Buddhism retreat, right? Because in a way, people may think this is a religious thing or whatever, right? And it's not. He actually loved everything that was taught there, which we call the Dharma. It's based on what the Buddha is teaching. And so many things. I was so surprised about how well he did, because he also has ADHD, but he was able to sit and do the mindful walking meditation for a long time. It was really, really nice. So first of all, maybe let me share the structure of a short retreat. So you go on a Thursday, you check in, and at night there's a talk and a meditation. I think what worked really well is, you go to a retreat and there are monks and they're chanting, and there's a lot of very devoted people who are like, paying respect, like always bowing on the floor and stuff. If you're new to all of this, you're like, I feel I don't belong here or whatever, right? It's so religious, but it's really not. People are just doing that out of a good heart to show huge respect, because they saw the impact it has on their lives. So I think this Center Bhavana Society did a very good thing. In the very, very first talk, they opened by saying, this is not a religion. I really don't care. Like, I'm not here to and said by a very senior monk, right? And he said, I'm not here to convince you or to convert you or tell you what to do. Of course, there's instructions for meditation, and I'm just here to share the Dhamma and the instructions for meditation, and see it for yourself to see if it works, which, by the way, is also the Buddha's teaching. Somehow humans made it a kind of like a religion type of thing, but the Buddha always said, don't take my words for it. This is just an open invitation for happiness, and come see it for yourself to see if it works. So, and he also emphasized that you must analyze and have a healthy critical thinking to see if it works for you. Do not take anything for granted or at its face value. So I thought that was a very good opening to open people's mind to say, okay, we're just here to observe and see, like scientists for an experiment. They're not pushing any beliefs on you, right? You don't need to believe in rebirth, reincarnation, karma, the cosmology, or whatever. It's just a simple self-help book the Buddha was teaching. There's a way out of this. So these four noble truths, right? There is suffering in life that we all know. We all learned this. And there are reasons for that. Second noble truth, there's cause and condition that lead to the suffering, right? And we all know that there's nothing religious about it, right? And the third is, but wait, there is a way out. There's a way out of the suffering to happiness. That's the third noble truth. Again, what's religious about it? And the fourth is there. So here's the way. So it shares the path, he shares, which is Magga in Pali. He shares, the Buddha shares the path of how to achieve this out of suffering and happiness. So it's just a self-help manual for happiness. Then he gives you step-by-step instructions on how to do that. And you should take what works for you and just see it for yourself. Don't treat it as a religion. You don't have to do any of these things if just for the sake of doing it. Just try different methods. If it makes you happier, then keep doing it. If it doesn't, then maybe try something else, right? So it's that simple. But anyway, I like that opening, and then it's a meditation. at night. So everybody was in the meditation hall. Although at that time, my husband didn't know the instructions, so he doesn't really know what to do for meditate. But they did mention you can do mindful walking and even mindful standing. Those are all valid postures for meditation. You don't have to sit. So yeah, so they normalized these different postures. So in the meditation hall, instead of sitting, you will see people standing, because some people really cannot deal with their physical pain, and they find other postures easier to calm their mind. And there's also people do walking meditation in the meditation hall already. So it's all normalized. You see all these postures and you feel totally okay to do different ones. So my husband was just doing some walking, although no detailed instructions were given on the first day yet. But the second day, usually, you get up at 5:30. Sorry, you meet there at 5:30, and then you just start the meditation immediately. And I think there's some magic in the quietness. My husband said, even just going there as an opportunity to be in the quiet without his phone and totally unplug from work for 3 days, even that alone, he already sees benefits. I think that's why he really likes it, and it made his mind clear. He said, oh, I'm so clear on what I should do on Monday, because the retreat is Thursday to Sunday. So he see tangible benefits already, throughout this retreat. So anyway, it's so difficult to find that quietness in modern world if you don't go to a forest. I just love that so much. The complete quietness, it's so magical. I guess that's why it's okay that instructions were not even given at this point yet. Just 5:30 at the meditation hall, just everybody's quiet. That's enough. So then it's breakfast, and then you do some yogi jobs, which is, people are assigned some chores. You're supposed to do it with loving kindness, which is a way of express your generosity, right? These all are very applied practice, such as generosity. So it's not just sitting and still be a stingy person. You're not going to be happy that way. So anyway, they want you to really integrate into your daily life. So then there's that chore part with loving kindness and generosity. And then after that, it's a morning talk at 9 by Bante Ji, which is the most senior monk, who's already 98 years old. And he gives a talk, and then usually at 9, you meditate first, then he gives a talk. And which is very good, because meditation gives you calmness and you are able to be more open in your mind to receive the teachings. And then it's lunch at 11. And after lunch, there is some chanting going on for lunch as well. And Bante S sings really well for the lunch chanting. It's interesting to observe, but it's all in Pali. So if you don't know that, they give you this little booklet, you can just try to sound it out by singing along. If not, just be there, just enjoy the sound is okay. And after lunch, there's also a chore cleaning period, like in the morning. And then so Thursday, Friday, so on Friday, then I believe that was the mindful walking session. So that's when the instructions are given. Oh, by this time, the instructions for the meditation are given already, right? Because there's a morning talk. And the afternoon was the instructions of the walking meditation is given, which the walking meditation is my husband's favorite, because he's never done this meditation before, and he cannot sit for very long without physical pain. But he can do very well walking meditation to be mindful and focus on the bodily sensations and just awareness. He really loves that. And it's a group session. After the instructions, it's an hour. So everybody is practicing the walking meditation. Then everybody know how to do walking, and that is offered whenever you want to do walking. You can do that to substitute to substitute the sitting meditation. And then it's a yoga session, which is very nice, for short retreat. If you don't go very deep, and it helps you to calm your mind and stretch your body, it helps with your sittings. It's the yoga session. So after the yoga session, it's the talk. I forgot if the talk is, so there is a afternoon talk by Bhante S, which is a second senior monk. And it will be a talk on, I think the first talk was on compassion and things like that, that fits the theme of the retreat. Each short retreat has its own theme, and this one is Brahmaviharas, so it was about compassion and loving kindness. And I love his talks because it's very practical and he's super funny. He gives many practical examples, like loving kindness and compassion is not always smooth. Sometimes, you may even want to change people's mind, but you can never change people's mind. It's impossible, especially after you experience this. You're like, everybody should do this, but no, just fundamentally, you cannot change people's mind. So that gives you practical tips about what to do or not to do after the retreat. And he also talks about, say, on Monday, the retreat ends on Sunday and everybody is loving and kind, but then you go to work on Monday and your boss is not practicing loving kindness and everything is ruined, blah, blah, blah. So he addresses all these very practical challenges in our real life after the retreat. It's very good and many, many practical tips, and I find it useful. And then after the yoga session, there's also Q&A. The Q&A is also conducted by Bhante S, and the Q&A is anonymous, so you can just write your questions and drop it in a box. It could be related to the afternoon talk he gives, or related to your practice, or literally anything goes. I even asked about how do you explain dependent origination to beginners briefly. So some people were even asking about, oh, my spouse is a control freak, what do I do? Anyway, so of course some people ask about the practice and the talks too. Anything goes, and he answers all the questions, which is also very helpful because many practical tips and the real life examples and the challenges that he will share with you to prepare you for off retreat when you're not surrounded by always loving and kind people, right? And then that's Friday. Then Saturday, same structure. In the morning, 5:30 meditation, then breakfast, then generosity tour, then morning talk, then lunch, then afternoon cleaning, then we had a applying metta session. So instead of a mindful work session, it was application of metta, loving kindness, and we were all doing the collecting garbage along the road as a group generosity thing, and that's the time you're actually allowed to talk. So otherwise, it's a complete silent retreat, no talking, no phone, and no nothing. And that's when you can, talk to your peers, and by collecting the garbage, whatever, you share a trash bag, whatever, just do the, something good for the community. And you come back, and then there's afternoon talk again by Bhante S, centered around this Brahmaviharas theme, and then another yoga session, and then the Q&A again. So that's the that's the Saturday, right? Then that's a Saturday. So basically you go there Thursday afternoon, Friday, Saturday, 4 days, and then last day, Sunday, same structure in the morning, but the morning talk became, instead of the talk by Bhante S, the most senior 98-year-old monk, it was done by Bhante. Wait, did I say Bhante G or Bhante S? Not by the Bhante G, the 90-year-old monk, but by Bhante S, who is giving you lots of practical tips about what to do after the retreat when, this loving kindness power starts to wear off, and, all these things. So, and again, tell you should not try to convert anyone or whatever, because you cannot change people's mind. So that was the structure of the retreat that I find very good, actually. And my mindfulness became pretty sharp during the retreat and afterwards as well, which I did not expect for a very short retreat. So anyway, I highly recommend it. And but if you have time, the long retreat will go much deeper into your practice, and you may see more tangible benefits throughout a longer retreat. So one way you could measure the progress is to see how much faith you have in this. So this, again, I don't want this to sound like any religious thing. It's not a religion. The faith is a natural process. You can only have faith when you see it with your own eyes and your own experience to believe it, right? So it's like, I believe this is red because I saw it with my own experience instead of just hearing people talk about certain things. That's blind faith. So I was just saying, this real faith could be one way to measure your progress, because that indicates how much you have really seen in your own experience, because that generates faith. And if it wears off, maybe another retreat would help, or whatever it is, you can try different methods to see when you no longer have faith. Usually you will see more suffering. It goes hand in hand in your own life. And then when there's more suffering happening, automatically, naturally, it triggers more motivation to start learning about the teaching again and meditate. It's a very positive cycle, actually. Then you learn more and you meditate more, then you have more faith and you are happier, and that just strengthens your faith to keep going on this path, to know this is really the path I want to walk. Ding, 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 ding. Very beautiful. Everything is great until something slaps at your face and you're suffering again. That's probably due to the lack of practice and like to that. And then you remembered the time when you were really practicing all these teachings, how happy you were. Now you know that as a reference point, you know it's possible. Then when you're suffering so much, that will again trigger motivation to learn more about the teachings and and apply it and practice and meditate, and you're happy again. It goes through this over and over again until you're disenchanted. But that's a story for another time. Here we're talking about beginner-friendly content, so we'll leave that for some other time, maybe even at the Happiness Buffet podcast. But anyway, so I really hope you have the chance to go to a retreat just to see for yourself. I'm also applying the teaching. I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm not trying to convince you or convert you or anything. Simply sharing my experience. But just by seeing how my husband can get so much out of it as someone with zero experience, I was even thinking it might feel too religious for him because there's rituals of chanting and whatever. But no, and he actually told me he liked everything he heard there. So I highly encourage people just to be open-minded and see it for yourself if you are seeking for happiness. If you are not, this is the whole teaching is about the way out of suffering. If you're not, then you're fine. So just to enjoy the meditation, whatever, even maybe you don't even have a goal, whatever it is, just want to chill here, that's fine too. Because if you are not suffering, that does not trigger a motivation to find out these teachings. That is totally valid and also a natural process. So just see, it's impersonal, has nothing to do with you, right? All these faces. But anyway, I wish you happy and I wish you enjoy these meditations, and let me know which one you like more or which one you hate the most. We can adjust if there's a season 2. But anyway, yeah, what's there to lose? There's nothing to lose just by practicing all these great qualities of loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity, right? That's what the world needs, even not for yourself. just for people around you or for the world, we could all use more of this, positivity. All right. I guess that's all for today. And I didn't see anyone coming for any questions. So I guess I will just end the live stream today. And for tomorrow is our finale. If anyone saw this, not tomorrow, sorry, maybe I'll do it on Friday. If anyone see this and have any special requests for our last episode for the first season, let me know. Otherwise, I'll just make something fun. I already have some ideas, so we'll see. All right, thank you so much. I know it's not easy to come a long way here, and I'm just so happy that you are here. That really shows a lot. That shows, you are not turned away from this positivity. Believe it or not, sometimes when the gap is too big, all this me talking seems too positive, and it can really turn people away. So if you are here, I'm just so happy for you. I think we are in sync, and you recognize these messages, and you recognize love and positive things, or whatever you want to call it, is the way to go. And you recognize our true nature is beautiful and is love. You are not turned off by these things, which really shows your progress. Sometimes, for example, if my husband is in a very low state, he's like, stop, too positive, too bright, my eyes, just stop. So you know what I mean? He's joking, but it's like positivity can be too much sometimes. That's why eventually we reach equanimity. That is really a peaceful and very nice place to be. And we are cultivating that quality while we meditate. And yeah, you just don't really see any stress anymore. It's all possible. So congratulations for coming a long way here. And I really love you guys. I love you all. And I'll see you next time for our final episode on Meditate With Me series, Season 1 finale. See you. Bye. Love you all.